So, let's look at the medals I've got here. This actually is like Team Fortress 2's Sarge. He's making medals for himself.
I like to think he drew on them with crayon or something. Number one guy award.
I heroically killed the Tans. I'm gonna rage a war in Europe.
Wonder if he's looking at which plane to shoot down next.
If you looked, you could have seen how many times I died in that last level. We're heroes dare.
Whoa.
Now he's even calling himself a hero. I travelled north through the desert, heading into the dark and twisted nightmare that would lead me straight to Malice.
I'm shutting this place down.
Why was that ellipsis necessary?
he's interrupting himself. So, you know.
No, he's taking a pause to think. Oh, that would take me straight to Malice.
Yes.
Do you think that Sarge puts little hearts above his eyes?
Probably does. He's made of plastic. He probably scratches them into his forehead.
No, I meant over his eyes as in the letter.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. I thought you meant literally scratching hearts above his eyeballs.
Well, maybe he does that too.
Sarge is a screwed up individual, okay? He's not too regular at this point. So this is one of the funner levels in the game.
Spinning around.
That was actually kind of a nice little bit of foreshadowing in the previous level where you could see the castle in the distance.
Wow, this game is getting minute details of game design actually correct. Bravo game.
It is a nice little thing I like in games where you can constantly see what's coming up.
Yeah, that is always a nice touch.
Half-Life 2 had it right.
Oh
in a
yeah.
way.
Primarily with the Citadel being able to be, seen straight from the beginning.
Yeah. I don't know why, look, most of them have a load screen. This one has a cutscene of you running across a bridge. Oh no. Considering I cut out the cutscene, that transition is really awkward.
Gotta destroy that gun.
Gotta destroy that gun, you guys.
I don't know why I'm the only attacker.
What happened to the rest of the troops?
I mean, it's okay. It says Sarge is the only one fighting this war, but there are other Greens around. Look how nonchalant that guy is. No wonder Sarge is the greatest soldier to ever live. He's the only one who's not fucking retarded. And even then, that's just a matter of degrees, because he is fucking retarded. He's got a hole blown in his head, and it's not impeding him in any way. He has nothing to lose. What's that roll move that's never useful?
I think he's trying to, kind of combat off of Zelda.
We just need to have a roll mechanic in here somewhere. What's that about you can turn without actually moving his feet? I know
that's like a property of, all 6th generation games.
I know. But it amuses me in this case, because I like to think his feet are slippery. Ta-da! Happy sound effect to play over the depressing, dismal existence that is Sarge's life. That's again, I think he has actually just lost his mind at this point. He's just so happy to be murdering stuff. He's on a constant combat
I don't
high.
think he even remembers what he initially set out to do.
He just kind of started... This is like a drunken bender. This is maybe just a Saturday night.
Why am I destroying all these guns and why am I going after this trans named Malice or whatever?
When did my life become about chasing Saturday morning cartoon villains? This war has really gone to hell.
I think it was the first time his cranium got blown off that he forgot everything and just sort of started continuing.
He just thought, well, I'm murdering, so I may as well be consistent. I mean, if everyone's not dead, then that's a job half done, and I don't half-ass stuff, I full-ass stuff. Otherwise I wouldn't be Sergeant Hawk. I'd be...
Unless half of my ass is blown off at that period of time. They programmed individual ass cheeks.
It's like, we need full-body destruction. Model what it looks like when his ass gets blown off.
Jiggle physics. Oh god.
Plastic jiggle physics would be the greatest thing. Quite rigid, but brilliant. By the way, do you see that helicopter? Say hello to a boss fight.
Hello!
Hi, boss fight, yeah. It's kind of, I love it. It just kind of shows how lazy it is when a boss fight is helicopters. There's like one proper boss fight in the game.
Is that a milk carton?
Yeah, it's a milk carton. The missing kids section has been cut out and replaced with an army man, which is quite symbolic.
Oh,
It shows the missing and the forgotten in war. Basically, that milk carton is the tomb of the unknown soldier.
The tomb of the healthy soldier.
Formerly
Let's
healthy.
see how many calories it's packing.
Is that skimmed milk? Well, or is it skimmed tan?
I only drink whole. That was a boss?
Well, I blew up that one, but the boss is coming.
Oh, okay.
There is a... I might have the helicopter section mixed up, but basically... Yeah, I have, but basically it happens in a place that looks exactly like this one. You know, because differentiating locations is
Use
such...
caution when handling the fireworks. Death to the Green Army.
Wow.
I love that. That propaganda, just death to the Green Army, casually. Do you think that's a greeting in the well, I guess it's Green Town, so I guess it has to be Tan Town as well. It's just, hello, death to the Green Army. Hello, death to the Green Army. Tip their hats to each other.
See Kyle.
Handshake. Death to the Green Army, yes. God, that would get tiring. That's a really long greeting.
What's 2 plus 2? That's the Green Army.
I agree. Well done, Timmy. Gold star.
Put this on.
Do you think that happens in Greentown as well? Do you think the Greens aren't that much better? Death to the tan. Death to the tan to you. Man, it would have been really awkward, like, if the peace treaty did actually go into effect, and then, you know, there's some green tourists in Tan Town, and it is saying, like, to the shopkeepers being friendly, but old prejudices are dying hard. It's just like, yep, you can, here you go, here's your drink. Death to the green up. Shit! It just creates an awkward situation, you know?
Well, what's 10 and green? Like, combined?
I don't know. I was never good at this.
Greenish
I know red.
tan. Do you think they just decided to compromise and just be like, death to the greenish tan army?
I don't know. Do you think like, do you think mixed race people? Do you think they'd be looked down on?
I guess that's true. That is.
I mean, what if there was kind of like a green tan chimera, just someone who's like green on one side, tan on the other?
Well, what if it's like a big scandal that was by fusing himself with all these remains of the Tan Army that at the end of the game Sarge is more tan than green, so they're not sure if they should, you know, worship him and give him the medals or not.
Do you think Plastro had like, you know, young green rent boys? You know, that he just like had wild cocaine-filled parties in his private quarters? And he was going to get impeached, but he's basically a dictator, so they can never do anything. And he could just keep going on having his Filipino/green rent boys. I think we've stopped discussing the game just to go into the backstory at this point. Look what happens when you swap weapons!
Whoa!
I call this dance move the Sarge! It's the latest craze.
Play a Bee Gees song in the background.
I'm not editing music. I'm not gonna risk copyright over a piece of shit like this. I'm now really scared that all the background music is copyright, somehow. That's still being held on to.
The
I mean,
war
the
against
rules
Viacom.
A blast
I'm
of
such a clever man.
That's how
Yep,
you do
this
it.
is what I hate now. So you know how the whole kind of gimmick in most of the games you have to find time bombs to blow up specific things?
Right.
Now they introduced blast caps as well, which basically is to blow up other kinds of stuff. And it seems quite arbitrary. It's basically, look, I have to go and blow up those tank traps. Because Sarge can't just... Look, Sarge could literally fit through them. But level
Yeah, I
design...
always hate that. Like in older video games when it's like a character is like behind bars or something, but the bars are clearly spaced out to the point where they can just easily walk through them, but
Yeah.
you know.
And it's like,
Game
who's
logic.
going to drive a tank through there?
Destroy that gun.
What do I do here? Yes, we got to destroy that gun.
that guy starts spinning around.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Why are you doing this to me?
They can clearly live without their heads. So how do you kill one of them? Do you think like every one that we've killed and kind of melded into ourselves is still alive and being forced to kill their
Oh,
former
God.
comrades?
Do you think that Sarge just has like a million heads of deceased soldiers just sort of floating around in his head?
That's like the next step in like a skull necklace that bad guys sometimes have. This is awful. I can see why this got a 16. On reflection, this is the most horrific game of all time. You only get it when you think about it.
Yeah, I know.
And that- this
Clearly
kind
the
of-
guys at Peggy, I assume, understood.
Yep, this is rated by Peggy.
Right, I was just, confirming. I'm not familiar with your foreign grading system. Ugh.
It's either BBFC or Peggy at this point.
Yeah, but,
But,
But I can't remember what I was gonna say now.
Never mind. God, I remember when I was 11, and I was quite... Well, or it might have been 10. Actually, it probably was 10. No, these are the elite troopers. They take more damage. They're black.
Oh my god, they take 2 whole shots.
I know. Well, that guy took 2 whole shots as well, and they typically carry rocket launchers,
Oh,
which
yeah.
makes them a bit bitchy. Anyway, and I was quite happy because I'd be able to buy 11 rated games next year, and then that's the year Peggy came in, and now it's all 12s. And I put off by a whole nother year, and 15s become 16s, and 18s were still 18s, and this is actually quite a fun room.
See, thankfully GameStop doesn't really give a shit about ratings, so I can just walk in and get anything.
That's great.
Yeah, America!
Now I order stuff online, so it doesn't
Has
matter.
found explosives buried in the sandbox.
Do not copy, deliver only to Malice. But now Sarge has it, that's everything.
God
so
forbid,
nonchalant.
God
My
forbid.
squad at the
He's no
same
social...
Yeah?
He's so calm about the hole in his chest.
Well, this happens every other minute, basically. Learn to
think-
live with it.
I think he probably breaks himself open occasionally to store stuff.
Do you think he just sort of does that at parties to entertain them and just blows a hole in his chest and like pours a liquid through it or something?
Now this section is kind of fun because it's just running forward, killing stuff. I don't know why it's fun, it's just kind of... I'd equate this into a level of dumb fun.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
Yeah, just mindless, kick back, and enjoy being an unstoppable badass for a little bit. It's a shame that the story wants to be melodramatic and get in the way of that. Shotgunners. They're dying ahead of me.
So, where's the boss? Is the boss like after this long spiral staircase?
It could be, because I know it's in the castle section, this boss fight. And you already know it's going to be a helicopter.
Oh my god.
Oh, by the way, this bit is just taking kind of toy logic to a level that I don't accept. I mean, like, I know it's kind of arbitrary that I'm accepting green men running around killing each other, but I don't accept this. So it drops a marble, which blows up 2 pipes, and then Sarge rolls out of the way, and then it rolls down.
What?
Who designed this device, exactly?
Yes, this is the marble of ultimate destruction.
I call it the bowling ball trap. We will destroy their ankles when they run up our spiral ramp. This has wheelchair access, as you can see.
Yeah, we think about everyone, even those who have their legs blown off.
Yeah, actually, this should... Win level. Win level button.
Do you want to win level? I'm
I
not
want
sure
to
you
win
do.
level. I want to return to level. I've never actually pressed that button. I don't know if that just deposits you in the empty stage. I don't know why this place is exploding either.